What is the story? Hope everyone is good. Before we get into it, I know you might have clicked on the video for the title. We'll get into that in a minute. But I'm just wrapping up a couple of steps and I'm on my makeshift work setup here that I call my standing desk. I just wanted to thank you, firstly, anyone who was coming on here, people who were commenting on all the videos now, getting to the end of the video, showing support, anyone who's liking the videos recently, anyone who's subscribed in recent times, or anyone who's been here the last couple of months. Appreciate every single one of you. I know a lot of my clients watch these videos as well. Appreciate, and I'm very grateful for every single person who has come on board in the last couple of months, anyone who's been working with me for a long time. I just want to say thank you, because everything I'm doing at the moment, I'm really enjoying, and it's making everything that I'm putting out on here so much more enjoyable, so much easier to do as well. Nearly out of breath from being on the walking pad, but I've been stuck into it over the last little while, and it's just making everything fun, man. And I think that it allows me to get a lot more across on here for you guys, which is my favorite thing to do. Like, I've just been filming, like, which is another part of the job which I just don't like, and I'm going to stop the walking pad here now in a sec. Filming for the last little while, I'm making content for social media, and I find it so much harder. On here with E, I can just talk about what I want to talk about and not try to get something across in as short or as little words as I possibly can. And maybe that's just a skill that I need to get better at. And it is a skill that I need to get better at. And just getting on social media and putting more education and kind of value out there, I suppose, as much as I can. But I much prefer doing the YouTube videos where I can just talk about different stuff, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I want to try and help as many as I possibly can. Or anyone who's, you know, following along the whole time here now, who, you know, coming into these next 2 months, like we're into nearly the second week, like first week of November is pretty much wrapped up. You might be in a position now where you're just feeling a little bit like maybe just not on it, or you're trying to get on it and you're struggling to get on it. You know, you want to get a hold of things before Christmas, or, you know, you went through a diet maybe this year like myself, and after the diet things haven't been going so good. You know, loads of different things there. Let me turn off this walking pad. I'm going to sit down. I am due a meal, like I'm 30 minutes behind, but I was just thinking about different things, and I want to be bringing as much content as we possibly can here to the channel. Also wearing this Alphaley t-shirt, and because I changed t-shirts. You know, with social media, you get the inside scoop. You know, with social media, like, you make a batch of content or whatever. Like, I was trying to make a couple of videos. Like, I never do that many at a time because I'm doing it myself, etc. But I changed t-shirts because I was like, people are going to think, you know, I'm just wearing the same t-shirt every single time, etc, etc. So I changed t-shirt, I put on this Alphaley one. It is definitely a little bit too tight, lad. It's actually one of the videos that I made on if your t-shirt is like, if you're like, you know, because I spent years doing it myself, where I would be on a night out, pulling the t-shirt off my boobs, off my tummy, off my hips, you know, like all the fat around the hips, trying to make myself feel like more comfortable. I was making a video on that, and the t-shirt actually worked perfectly for the video, so you might have already seen that on Instagram or anything if you're following me. But let me sit down. Also, the light, hopefully it's not too bad. I don't have like the nice softbox shining on top of me now because Danielle made me put it away. As I was saying as well, lads, any videographers, any photographers that might be on here, obviously I was working in that field for quite a bit of time. I have quite a bit of gear. If there is anyone on here from Ireland, like in particular, that might want some good affordable kit, well kept, I've got a lot of lights there, camera gear. Obviously I'm a Canon man, so it's camera lenses, camera. Let me know, send me a message. I have some kit there if anyone might want it. But the title of the video, lads, sit down, I won't keep you too long, is obviously, you know, covering the bases in terms of, like, if you're in a position now at the moment where, I also have a can of Monster here that I am finishing up. If you're, you know, in a position now at the moment, right, this angle, I'm trying to talk and like move you around and everything. Let me just fix this up for a second. Keep you rolling. How's your day been so far? If you're watching this doing cardio, maybe you're only starting out the day, maybe you're at the end of the day and you're trying to get through a cardio session. We've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there. But if you're eating a meal, hope you're enjoying the meal. I'm due to eat a chicken and rice myself now, very, very soon. I'm looking forward to it. Quite hungry. Today's a rest day as well. But you might be in a position, right, where, you know, you mightn't be on top of your shit. You might have let your standards slip. You know, I was speaking about it there the other day in terms of last week. I felt like my standards weren't where they should be. Not to any major degree, you know, but like I was saying, it's all a knock-on effect. And a lot of the content I'm making at the moment as well, or did today, in terms of where we're at right now, 7 weeks leading into Christmas, think to yourself, right, if where you're at right now you're not happy with, think to yourself what this next 7 weeks is going to look like compared to what 7 weeks after Christmas is going to look like, okay? Just say 8 weeks for argument's sake. It's just because we've got like 6-7 weeks left until the end of the year here now, till like Christmas time. That 8 weeks after Christmas is going to lead us to March, okay? March, we're very close to summer, realistically. With that, man, what progress are you going to try and make from January to March? Yeah? If you're trying to lose a lot of weight or you're trying to build a lot of muscle, right? Regardless of what you're trying to do now, it's all the one, because I've been in every position that any person might want to be in right now or trying to get to. So if you're someone who's trying to build a lot of muscle right now and then have made a lot of progress, have built a lot of muscle and cut down then for next summer, like how much progress are you going to make from January to March if you're trying to build muscle? And then you're going to start your cut in like March, April time for May, June, July kind of time to be ready for summer, have cut down. But if you're not doing those things now, in terms of building muscle, how much progress are you going to have made? You know, how much progress could you make here now within the next 7 weeks of building muscle in the prime time to do it, in the winter? You want to be putting in more food, have more insulation, you're not going to be cold, you know, all these little things, you're going to be having a little bit more body fat on you, fair enough, but now is the time where you're going to be solidifying that new muscle every single week and building that new muscle by you going through the motions. And like I say in every video, you know, it is that phase that I'm trying to get better at, the boringness of it, the monotonous of it, but we need to get good at that. And it's the exact same for people who might be trying to lose fat coming into Christmas. All right, it's all the one. It's all relative to who you are and what position you're in right now. The people who are severely overweight are going to be uncomfortable coming into Christmas, having that extra body fat on them that they don't want. It makes them feel uncomfortable. You have low self-esteem because of it. It's the same for the people who don't have much muscle, who are very skinny, who feel the exact same as the heavy person, you know, who have low confidence coming into Christmas because they don't fill out the arms on a t-shirt, right? They don't like look big, you know, they look like a little scrawny fucker, right? It's the exact same. It's just relative to where you're at right now, what position you're in yourself. And with that, you need to think to yourself, right, what can I do within the next 7 weeks leading up to this point now to leave me in a position that I'm going to be confident, leave me in a position that I'm going to be happy with myself. And that is, again, like I say the whole time, everything is the same. It's like what I'm showing you with my daily videos these days, or however often they are, in terms of what I'm doing on a daily basis. Like all your shit, it's just setting a standard for yourself here now, ticking those boxes every single day. And that comes down to, again, the big rocks. You know, we've got our rocks, we've got our pebbles, we've got our sand. The sand is the shit that's not important. It's the little 1%ers that I'm talking about. It's like the peptides today of bodybuilding. It's like how much salt you put on your chicken and rice, right? We've got our pebbles then, okay? Like that's looking at, again, our big things, you know, that aren't as big as our rocks, but are a little bit more important, all right? What we're doing on a daily basis. Like, again, controlling our stress. All these small little things, you know, our rocks, our big hitters then, our nutrition, our training, our steps, our output, all those big things that are important. And we need to get all of those in a line. We need to put them into our schedule, all right, and think, right, when am I going to do this? When am I going to do that? And have them in line with where you want to go, of course, okay? And that's, again, if you're in a position now where a little bit of urgency, right, we're at the start of November, you mightn't have done anything in September or October, or you just mightn't have hit the mark. But we're at the start of a new month now and you can hit the mark. It's not January, no, it's not. You mightn't have that amazing burst of motivation, but you need to start in the time, man, where it's messy. You need to start when the time isn't right to start for a normal person, because that's going to make things so much easier for you. When you come to January, you might have been out of the gym for the last little while. I know most people watching this are in the gym. They're on a meal plan. They're nailing things. But you still might be in a position where you're just not quite on it where you want to be. And that is just a case of calling yourself out on your own bullshit. Calling yourself out and being like, I'm not on it. I'm not hitting the mark here every single day. I'm leaving this amount of progress on the table. I'm leaving this much body fat that I could lose or this much muscle that I could build on the table every single day. And then it's about putting the things in motion for your daily routine, the schedule and working around it, that you can start going and doing those things. And then it's about building the momentum off those things, which is just by you doing the shit that you don't want to do, the shit that's uncomfortable. And it's going to be a case of spending a couple of weeks where you are uncomfortable. I'm never comfortable. I haven't been comfortable for well over a year and a half because I've been on it, consistently working towards what I need to work towards every single day. The minute I get comfortable is the minute I stop making progress. And the reason for that being is because the body wants to be comfortable. The body doesn't want to be uncomfortable. The body wants to stay the same. It doesn't want to lose body fat. It doesn't want to build any more muscle. It wants to stay the exact same as it is right now. And what it's going to do is it's going to get inside here and it's going to make you, as much as it possibly can, do the things that will make it comfortable and not the things that will make it uncomfortable and not the things that will make it change. Like doing your steps when you don't want to do them. Getting out in the cold, the winter days, the winter nights and doing the steps, which will drive you forward. Doing the cardio, spending time in the gym, nailing every single training session. Progressive overload inside the gym, ticking your boxes, nailing your macros, nailing your diet every single day, which stacked on top of each other every single day will make a huge difference. They're all the small little things you need to do. Obviously, you need to kind of get the right numbers in play, how much cardio, how many steps you need to do, how much food you need to eat, but you can only do that by actually working out like what works and actually getting something in motion. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to just sit here and think to yourself, right, you know, how many steps should I do? You need to just get out and fucking do the steps. How much food should I eat? You just need to start eating right, having protein in every single meal, having veg in every single meal, having fruit in every single meal, getting those things in motion. Start drinking more water than you have been drinking. It's all a knock-on effect. All of the things add up, okay? You getting out of bed in the morning, you drinking a pint of water, okay? That's going to leave you feeling better. It's going to make you make a better decision. It's going to make you move around more during the day. I'm going to get a walk in at lunchtime. I'm going to nail my food at lunchtime. I'm not going to buy shit food from the shop because I've made it from the night before because I'm in momentum now, okay? All these things work synergistically together, okay? It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you tick the box. It's going to make you be on your shit. You're going to see a little bit of progress. You're going to come into Christmas. You're going to be feeling unreal. And you won't be where you want to be. We're never going to be where we want to be. The minute we see a little bit of progress, we're probably not going to be anywhere close where we want to be from the minute we see a little bit of progress. Because when we see that little bit of progress, we know how much progress we can make from the work that we're putting in. But you will be a lot more confident. And you will be a lot more ahead of yourself than someone who's going to start in January. And that's just by looking and thinking, right, the next 7 weeks are going by. It's what I'm saying to everyone. They're going by anyway. I might as well start getting a little bit uncomfortable here to make myself more comfortable come the end of the year. Think about how you're going to feel in the clothes, walking around, on a night out, even just sitting at the Christmas table with maybe family you haven't seen in over a year. Think about all those small little things, how you're going to feel on a daily basis. And then think about how easy it's going to be for you in January because you're already in that routine. Just take those into account. Take those into account, lads. That's my rant for today. Hope everyone is doing good. As I said to you, I appreciate the support. As always here, I just want to be coming on, again, just giving my thoughts, helping out as much as I possibly can. Again, you might be in a position now where you don't have a coach necessarily, or you do have a coach. I want to be able to help as much as I possibly can for those people, you know, when it comes to, again, looking at nutrition, how to set up your nutrition, what it should look like, what foods you should be eating, what training should look like. Again, at the same time, do it the way you want to do it. We've got so much influence nowadays, you know, from Instagram, from TikTok, from social media as a whole, from YouTube, from the likes of me coming on here, you know, saying this how you should do this how you should do that. That's the way I do it. And I enjoy doing it that way. But you mightn't enjoy doing it the way I do it, which will not make you keep doing it to make the progress that you want to make. Find what you enjoy. What I'm doing right now is everything that I enjoy that keeps me on it. The plan, as I always say, right, the plan needs to be enjoyable, it needs to be sustainable, it needs to be something that you can adhere to. Okay? If those are at play the whole time. Again, sustainability, let me give you the finger, lad. Sustainability side of things, sometimes, regardless of where you are, whether someone's pushing serious amounts of food or they're on low amounts of food, they're doing serious amounts of cardio, sustainability mightn't always be like very sustainable, the plan. But you want to have that element there, especially at the start, because that's going to keep you going. And make sure you enjoy it. And do it the way you want to do it. Don't let people tell you, this is the only way, that is the only way. Find what works for you, stick with it, okay? Stick with it, see progress, have momentum, get to where you want to go. Simple as that. Simple as.